My name is Officer Rylan Ortiz, and I've been working night patrol on the south side of the reservation for almost 7 years, long enough to know that the desert at night isn't empty. It has eyes, it has memories, and sometimes it has intentions. Most nights we deal with nothing worse than drunk tourists or kids out past curfew. But every now and then, the desert reminds us why the elders say, after dark, do not answer when something calls your name. That night I learned why. It was just past 11 p.m. I was patrolling the stretch of road near Broken Arrow Canyon, a place people avoid after sunset. There's an old story that the canyon used to be a burial site for travelers who died crossing the desert long before the reservation existed. Their graves were never marked. Their spirits never settled. I never believed that stuff, not until that night. As I drove along the empty road, my radio crackled with static. Deep, broken, uneven static that made the hair on the back of my neck rise. Unit 6. Report of movement near the abandoned weather station on Ridgeline Road. Possible trespasser. Ridgeline Road. Nobody goes there. The weather station shut down 20 years ago. No power, no guards, no reason to be there. I confirmed the call and headed that way. The desert changed as I got closer. The air grew colder, the wind died suddenly, and the sky seemed darker. My headlights lit up the narrow road, but the sand on both sides looked disturbed, like something had been dragging across it. Not footprints, drags. Long, uneven drags. I pulled up near the rusted chain-link fence around the weather station. Half of it was collapsed. The metal shack inside stood crooked, its walls peeling, windows shattered. I stepped out of the patrol vehicle. The moment my boots touched the ground, everything went silent. No wind, no insects, no distant traffic. Just a thick, unnatural silence. I clicked on my flashlight. The beam flickered once, twice, then steadied. Dispatch, I'm at the station. I'm checking it out. No response. Just static. I felt a chill crawl up my spine. Inside the fence, the sand was torn up, like someone had run around in a panic, or dragged something heavy. I crouched to inspect the marks. Definitely not animal tracks. They looked like human arms had been pulling through the sand. I rose slowly and scanned the dark. "Hello," I called. "This is Officer Ortiz. If someone's hurt, call out." My voice echoed strangely, like the desert swallowed it and spit it back distorted. Then I heard it. A whistle. Low. Soft. Coming from behind the shack. I raised my flashlight. The beam shook a little. I'll admit that. I approached carefully. The whistle sounded again. But this time, it wasn't just sound. It felt like it brushed against my ear from inches away. I spun around, no one. My heartbeat hammered in my chest. My instincts screamed, "Leave, now." But duty kept my feet moving. I stepped behind the shack, and I saw her, a woman, standing in the sand. Long hair draped in front of her face, wearing a pale dress that looked old, dusty, and torn. She faced away from me, unmoving. My breath caught in my throat. "Ma'am, are you injured?" No response. I took a slow step forward. "Ma'am, can you hear me?" Then her head twitched. Just a small, sharp jerk. That's when I realized something was wrong. Terribly wrong. Her feet weren't touching the sand. She floated an inch above it. Before I could move, she turned her head. Not her body, just her head, twisting far more than a human neck should allow. Her hair fell away, revealing eyes that glowed faintly, like embers dying in the dark. Her mouth opened, and the whistle I heard earlier came out of it. But this time louder, sharper, angry. I stumbled back, almost falling. Then she moved. She didn't walk. She didn't glide. She snapped toward me. One moment far away, the next only a few feet from me, like reality skipped. Her hair whipped as if blown by a wind that didn't exist. My flashlight died. Total darkness swallowed us. I couldn't hear breathing. Not mine, not hers. All I heard was the faint whistle echoing inside my skull, like it was coming from inside my ears. I fumbled for my radio. Dispatch, dispatch. I need backup at Ridgeline Road. Possible. My voice cut out. Not the radio. My voice. Like something muted me mid-sentence. A cold hand brushed the side of my neck. I jerked away, stumbling backward until my back hit the metal wall of the shack. I tried to shout, but no sound came out. My voice was gone completely. Then the darkness lifted. My flashlight flickered back on, weak but working. The woman was gone. Or so I thought. My radio suddenly crackled, with a voice that sounded like dispatch. But not quite. Officer Ortiz. I froze. The voice continued, but it wasn't human. It stretched my name, twisted it, like someone learning how to speak for the first time. It returned to the well. I didn't know what well it meant. There were dozens across the reservation. The radio crackled sharply and went dead again. I ran to my patrol car and slammed the door shut. My hands shook as I turned the ignition. The moment the engine started, the radio came alive with a blood-chilling sound. Someone was whistling, slow, deliberate, mimicking the same sound the woman made. I floored the accelerator and didn't stop until I reached the main road. Back at the station, I tried to explain what I saw, but my voice didn't return for 2 hours. When it did, I could barely speak. I sounded like I'd swallowed sand. When other officers went to check the area, the drag marks were gone. The sand was smooth, unnaturally smooth, like the wind had erased everything in minutes. But here's the part that chills me the most. The next day, one of the elders came to the station. He didn't ask me anything. Didn't need to. He looked at me with tired eyes and said, "She followed you." I asked him who. He simply replied, "The woman who whistles. She calls those who wander. If you answer, she remembers your voice." I didn't sleep that night. Every time I closed my eyes, I heard the whistle again. Faint, distant, like something waiting outside my window. Since that night, I refuse to patrol Ridgeline Road alone. And sometimes, on quiet shifts with no wind, no traffic, no sound, I swear I hear a woman's whisper behind me, calling my name in a voice that isn't mine. I never answer, and I never will, because the elders were right. After dark, never respond when something calls your name.